Hey, stop for a second.
Stop and listen.
If you're one of those foreigners that's planning on meeting a Filipina online, marrying her, and moving to the Philippines, you need to hit pause on that fantasy for just about 15 minutes. Because one of these sites I'm about to talk about is basically a vending machine for heartbreak. Another one can suck 6 months of your life into fake profiles and fake chats. And only one or two I'd even consider sending my brother to. And here's the part nobody selling you the dream will say. The dating site is not your solution. It's basically just the beginning of the test. The real test starts when your feet hit the ground in the Philippines. I live here in provincial Samar with my wife and kids and her family, and I see the success stories. I also see the guys sitting alone in a lonely room wondering what happened to their perfect fantasy, their life that they thought they were gathering online.
This sucks.
Where's my perfect online girlfriend, man? If you want the brochure version, there's a million other channels. If you want the brutal boots on the ground version, stick around. Oh yeah, and if this saves you from wasting a couple of $100 or maybe wasting years of your life, hit like so YouTube can show this to other guys that may need a wake-up call.
Time to wake up.
Now this is specifically for you if you're 40, 50, 60. Maybe you're seriously considering a relationship with a Filipina. You're thinking a long-term visa, retirement, maybe moving here. We're gonna talk about 4 sites. We got Christian Filipina, Pina Love, FilipinaCupid, and Truly Filipina. And then I'll tell you something most guys don't want to hear. Why booking a flight and just coming here may beat them all. Let's start with the one that will probably hurt your wallet the most, Christian Filipina. This is the seriously minded, Christian-oriented, family-based platform. You're not supposed to be here looking for weekend flings or anything like that. This is for the guys that are thinking, I want a wife, I want a family. Cost-wise, you're looking about $30, $40 a month, somewhere in that range depending on promos and the length that you sign up for. Not cheap, but here's the thing. They actually try to keep the garbage out. They do more screening than most. They're pretty quick to remove scam profiles, and they're not shy about banning people. Now, does that mean zero scammers? No, scammers are like cockroaches. They're everywhere. Palmetto bugs crawling up your walls. But if you told me, look, I'm serious, I have some money, I want the most legitimate chance at meeting a great Filipina gal, this is probably where I would point you first. Basically, who this site is for is somebody who's okay with a Christian environment. You want quality over quantity. You're patient and respectful. But always I say this, if they're asking for money, load, emergency, my grandma's in the hospital. I don't care if you met her on Christian Online, at church, the Vatican. That is a red flag.
Danger, danger.
This next one is FilipinaCupid. Massive member base, international company behind it, lots of foreigner Filipina pairs that have at least started here. I think the cost is mid-range, about 30-ish a month. Of course, always cheaper if you lock it in a little bit longer. The pros on this site, there's a big pool of women from all over the country. They've got your basic filters, search tools, chat, that kind of thing. There's a lot of women on there openly looking for foreigner partners. You're thinking, hey, that sounds good, but here's the downside. Big pool, big pile of garbage. Here you're gonna see a lot of copy and paste profiles, that kind of thing. Girls that will be talking to 20 guys at once, weighing options. You've got the professional daters on here and a good handful of scammers. I mean, the site will definitely work if you've got patience and good common sense. Can't fall in love with a profile picture. Again, do not start sending money. Do have video calls. And always, assume nothing is real until you meet it in person. Basically what I'm saying, if you're the kind of guy that gets attached fast, this site can definitely eat you alive, faster than a flesh-eating virus.
Preach, brother!
Hey, quick pause. If you've ever tried any of these sites, drop a short comment later with just one word, good or bad. That alone in itself is gonna help a lot of guys scrolling through the comments. Now let's talk about Pina Love. This one kind of skews a little bit younger, a little bit more casual and cheaper. It's like $20 a month, I think. Here you can get messages and chats quickly, and that can be the dangerous part. Pina Love's kind of like walking into a bar at like 1 in the morning. I would say you're gonna meet people for sure. Some will be fun, some will be trouble, some might be working, you know what I mean, working. You're gonna find college-age girls there, single moms, and you'll find a noticeable amount of women looking for short-term support and not long-term stability. So if you're in your 20s or 30s, coming out for a couple of weeks, just want to date and see what happens, this site might be for you. But if you're 55 or older, you sold your house, you think you're buying your forever love off of here, that's where guys get into real trouble. Now you can find something real on Pina Love. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying the percentage of the serious, long-term, family-minded woman, provincial life thing, maybe, it's much, much lower. You'll want to use this site with both eyes open, or better yet, ask yourself if it even fits the life you're actually trying to build. All right, let's do Truly Filipino. This one looks okay on the surface. Nice website, similar idea, foreign guys, Filipino women, pay a subscription, do some chatting. But when you dig into independent reviews and online user experience, this one sets off a lot of alarm bells. Lots of bot feeling profiles that all chat the same. You get women asking for money and gifts extremely fast. A lot of annoying billing complaints, hard to cancel, weird changes. Now, could someone somewhere have met a woman here? Sure. But you're gambling with crappy odds when there's better options right next to it.
Come on now, move along.
There's no reason to choose the site with the most smoke around it when you've got a lot of other options. Now let's zoom out and forget the logos and the marketing. Ask this instead. Is it smarter to maybe meet a Filipino online first, talk for months, then fly in, or come to the Philippines, get yourself set up, and meet someone once you're actually here? Quick synopsis, meet her online first. The pros there is you can talk to multiple women from home. You can filter for English, religion, kids, no kids, that kind of thing. And you'll arrive with at least one person to meet. Now, the cons of that is it's easy to build a fantasy of a person in your head. You know that. It's also a lot harder to see red flags through video calls. So in the back of your mind, keep this thought. Some women are just collecting sponsors. I've seen guys that talk to women for years, send money, make promises. Then they get here and she's totally different. Or there's another foreigner in the picture and you've been financing their lifestyle. And maybe their family has nicer phones than you do. But if you do the online first route, no big money before you meet. Make sure you visit at least once before talking marriage and visas, things like that. And be prepared for the possibility that this doesn't match what's in your head. Option 2 is, as opposed to meeting online, you come here first. You rent a place, you learn how things work, you get to know the culture, you let things happen a bit more naturally. And the pros to this choice is you meet the real version of people, not their online persona. You can see how she treats waiters, family, kids. That stuff doesn't show on chat. And you're choosing from women who like you, not just your Western passport. Of course, the cons to flying here, you need savings for the trip and a little bit of a cushion. It's going to be a little lonely at first if you don't know anybody. The cultural learning curve is real. From what I see living here in Samar, the strongest relationships usually have both. Maybe they met online, but they took their time, visited more than once, didn't rush into a marriage after a 2-week vacation. The worst train wrecks? The guys who move here for a woman that they've never seen outside of a screen. And that happens. They've sold everything back home, and in 3 months in, they realize they built their entire future on a fantasy.
I love you long time.
So if you put a to my head and made me rank these, Christian Filipina, this is where I would send a serious-minded marriage guy who's got a bit of a budget. FilipinaCupid, massive pool, works if you've got patience and maybe some boundaries. Pina Love, fine if you're younger, you're just looking for some dating for a couple of week vacation, couple of fun trips, but dangerous if you're planning your retirement around it. As far as Truly Filipina, I'd just skip it. Too many red flags, not enough upside.
Let's just run away.
But again, don't get hung up on a website. That's just an airport. Your real relationship starts when your feet hit the Philippine ground. So you gotta ask yourself, are you actually prepared to live here long term? Do you understand the culture, how money works? What's your family gonna think of you? Are you really looking for a partner, or are you just really trying to patch up a hole with a fantasy? So if you want more straight, non-fluffy reality checks about loving and living in the Philippines, not the tourist brochure version, make sure you smack a like and subscribe. I'd rather you'd get a little uncomfortable now than broke and bitter later. And drop this in the comments for me. Are you planning on meeting a Filipina online first? Are you thinking about coming here and seeing what happens on the ground? You never know, your answer might end up steering in the next video. But always remember this, be excellent to one another. We'll see you in the next one.